You know what? I think old school YouTube was peak. Now, it's no secret that if you've been a viewer of this channel for a long time, I have talked about YouTube more than a handful of times over the years, but today I want to go about it at a different angle. You know, like growing up with the site like a lot of us have, and my perspective from then to now. And I've been making videos for what feels like a very long time. So I feel as if I've got a bit of a, not bragging like, but a unique perspective to share. On top of that, there's also like a lot of people with their perspective on how they felt about what was the golden age of YouTube. And it can vary because it could be this year, last year, 2019, 2017, whatever. But the most common I hear is either between 2007 and 15 or 16, somewhere around there, you know. But regardless, here's my perspective. When I was around 12 to 13 years of age, there was nothing like YouTube, la. It was like, what the hell is this? Because back then, you only had TV to rely on and reruns to catch up on. And if you have a favourite program, you have either better have taped it on DVD or make it in time. Because back then, you didn't have the luxury like now where you can get whatever you want through a finger click and get it in a second. But what I felt made YouTube stand out at the time was just you know, these silly videos people would make in their bedrooms, and all they needed was just one good idea, just a camera, webcam, or maybe a mic. I don't think I need to state the obvious, that it's obviously not like now where you've got crazy high quality edited videos with loads of money thrown at it to keep your retention because ADHD and all that, and attention spams, blah blah. I'm not going to get into the whole jargon of how video engagement works, because back then you didn't really think about that. Nobody really had that type of mindset. They just made these videos for fun, which had a mood and charm to it, you know what I mean? Like, I remember back in the day, I stumbled upon one of the most funniest videos that had me in stitches for days. And these videos could have me watching for hours on end as a kid, because I would return home from a shit day at school because my school life was very rough. And that's why I have never liked school, even to this day. So YouTube back then was my escape. And my escape was videos would have me laughing my ass off. Like, one day I stumbled across the angry video game nerd beating the shit out of Bugs Bunny one day. And honestly, I'm surprised I'm still alive today. I fell off the chair dying of laughter. And man, they were good times, man. Good times. It would brighten me day up in a room full of darkness, man. You know what I mean? And then I would stumble across another video, Chav Pingu. And it was just some... just some lad in his bedroom making chav noises over, dubbing over Pingu, like, fucking move me, load of fish, and all that. You want me? I need a fucking piss. And before you know it, I was just straight up hooked. And before you know it, it was a chapter in my childhood I'd look back on every now and then. And what's weird to me is now some people would send me an email or a comment on YouTube saying that I made their childhood, which blows me mind. Like, thank you. Just so you know, I don't take words of kindness like that for granted. But these days now, I don't find myself watching hours of content like I used to. Some days I'd go without watching the internet at all. I'd just do something else. And yeah, I get it. That's part of me growing up. I'm not thinking the same way as I used to as a kid. I get that. I'm a grown-ass man now. But that doesn't mean I have to grow into a bore. I want something to make me feel like, this is unique, this. This is a breath of fresh air, this. Because everything just feels copied and paste now. You see, when Mr. Beast came into the picture, again, I have a lot of respect for Mr. Beast for what he's accomplished. He recently surpassed T-Series, so my congratulations to him. but no fault of his own. He brought upon him an epidemic of Mr. Beast clones. I've touched upon this before in a video somewhere, but they all sound the same, trying to emulate Jimmy. Like, I just bought a $1 million dildo and I'm gonna fuck myself with it. Like, if you just seen one Mr. Beast wannabe video, you've seen them all. And they all seem to pull the same stupid fucking face on every thumbnail they're in. But here's the thing, I'm not saying the content now is just bad. It's just that it's become a bit repetitive and boring. And lately, now, how I feel about YouTube in general, I feel like there's just something missing now. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's hard to describe because the feeling is subjective, but like, it just feels dull. I think the biggest issue with these type of channels that go over someone's career or whatnot is, I've mentioned this before, like, but they just sound so dull and docile, and I feel like they're putting me to sleep. It just feels like there's ingredients missing. Like, for a start, where's the personality? They read these video essays like they're a robot reading from a script. I personally liked it when videos had genuine criticism about someone, but also with a sense of humour. It just adds that, that punch, you know? And that's what made it entertaining. That's what made peak YouTube exciting to me. Like, justice is being served, but you're being funny about it. But if you've been around on this site for a long time, you also know that not every piece of justice that's being served is amusing to watch. I mean, quite a few of them just go out downright sad. Like, these channels at their peak have been far bigger than mine, and yet they just threw it all away, leaving someone like me still standing. You know what I mean? Some of these channels I thought would never fall, but it's so shocking when they do. Like, if you were to tell me back in the day, like, let's bring up a year, about 2011, 2012 roughly, that machinima would fall off and cease to exist, I'd laugh you out the room, lad. Like, there's no way that would ever happen. No fucking way. But yet, here we are. Machinima may have went out really sad, but Halo Machinima was so peak YouTube. Oh, I loved every minute of it. It was only because they got greedy and lost sight of what made Machinima special. Like, they forgot their roots, and I think that's what led to their demise. And what a tragedy that was, but they deserved it for screwing the Halo Machinima creators that made their channel successful. And that's why it's also such a shock to see certain personalities suffer the same fate as Machinima, and they felt like untouchable titans, just like Machinima once was. But life's unpredictable like that sometimes. But it's also a learning experience that you watch in real time, live on YouTube as it's happening in the moment. So you don't make the same mistakes. Like there's a lot of Minecraft YouTubers that made a lot of childhoods happen, because around 2012 to 2015, Minecraft was just everywhere. It was like grass in a field. Couldn't help but see it all around you. But then again, what Minecraft YouTuber touches grass? You know what I mean? Some of them were just too busy chatting up kids online. Oh god. Like, they were too down bad for their own good, do you know what I mean? Like, ew, go away, fucking repent. Hey Billy on Minecraft, are you 12? Want a diamond pickaxe and a couple of subscribers? It's right here. DMs. And then the fucking police show up. To the residents of a late 20-something Minecraft YouTuber, it just taints the nostalgia, doesn't it? Like, you just don't look at it the same way again. The point of nostalgia is to look back on something fondly. I mean, me personally, when I look back on the whole Minecraft pedo thing, I find it funny as fuck. Because of the way everyone just ripped on them, making tweets and videos about them, yours truly included. So when you go on YouTube and you go back and see re-uploads of the creator you used to watch, and you compare to what they've done now, it's sort of an icky feeling, you know what I mean? It's like, I used to watch you and I thought you were alright, but now, ew, you know what I mean? And I felt like that about a content creator once named Marcus Dibble. Now, for those who don't know who he was an Aussie YouTuber known in the Australian scene on YouTube, who was best known for his call-out videos, "This calls for the muzz." And I kind of liked him because he was a bit of a lad, you know what I mean? He had that lad type of humour. All until it was exposed that he tried to meet up with a kid at a hotel somewhere. And before he was exposed for that, the memory's a little fuzzy, but he was asking for legal fees to help him fight a case that he was very vague about. And his excuse was, "Oh, I can't speak about it because of my lawyer." That, and until the truth came out, making him look like the biggest piece of shit hypocrite on the planet. Like, you made a name for yourself calling out people, and then you turn out to be that. Oh no. Oh no. It's no wonder he was shamed off the internet. You've never heard about him since. And nothing's changed. Like, more than ever now, like a huge handful of YouTubers, especially lately, have just been taking the wrong path and going out sad, with some of them just being so pathetic. Like, have you seen the state of Boogie, too many burgers and a shake? Like, don't even get me started, man. Like, he's another sad case that used to be massive, like, massive. Like, back in the day, he used to be quite big, like, oh my god, I can't stop myself. I mean, in views, and subs, Subway sandwiches. Oh, okay, I'm done. I mean, he's the type of guy that if you told him to go find Jesus Christ, he'd go find a Mackey's instead. Like, it's not amen anymore, it's hum. But it's not just YouTubers going down the toilet, it's even YouTube themselves, the site itself. It's like I said before, the reason why I felt like the site was at its peak, because people made these videos for fun and it was simple. But because YouTube keeps introducing new regulations and new rules around content and monetization, you had no choice but to adapt, which I understand. But as a result of that, I find myself as a viewer as well, scrolling through YouTube with nothing to watch around the evening. And I just click off, it's like, fuck this is boring. It just feels like the same shit. Like, I don't know. But I'm just gonna leave it there. What do you lot think was peak YouTube for you? Tell me in the comments below or in my Discord in bio. I'll catch you all later. It's been a pleasure. Tra.